now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, you know, we just going to keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's going to test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, like, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
That definitely. Definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for.
Terence Crawford has finally weighed in on the recently leaked training footage of Jaron "Boots" Ennis, and his response sent a very clear signal straight to the young star. After watching the latest workout clips of the unbeaten and dangerous rising force in American boxing, Crawford delivered what can only be described as a direct warning. While Ennis has been grinding harder than ever in preparation for his next fight, Crawford used the moment to remind the entire boxing world exactly why he still occupies the throne at the top of the sport. This has moved well beyond public attention and social media challenges. This is about legacy. This is about earning genuine respect. And according to Bud, it is also about making one thing perfectly clear, because in his own words, there are different levels to this game. The story began when fresh training footage of Jaron "Boots" Ennis dropped earlier this week, and from the very first second, it had everyone talking.
He's only going to fight Boots if there's loads of money on the line, because he knows how good Ennis is, and he's not going to fight anymore unless it's for a lot of money. So we have to do what we say. We have to prove the quality of Ennis, and he has to earn his shot against Crawford. But that is the fight that I look at in 9 to 12 months' time, 3 fights down the line. And I think US fight fans are going to be crying out for that fight. Like, you imagine if we beat Lima on Saturday, we beat Ortiz, you know, we beat Fundora or Mertzalayev or Zayas. Everyone will be calling for Ennis v Crawford.
I think a lot of fans are crying for that now.
They have been for years.
Yeah.
But the reality is, we still need to, you know, it's not, I think everyone who, like I say, everybody that knows boxing.
Yeah, boxing fans.
One that knows how good Ennis is go, I mean, what a fight. That is unbelievable. But still, you've got to educate people that Ennis is as good as I say he is. Right? And you do that by beating the champion. So we've got work to do.
Boots moved through the session like an absolute machine. His speed was breathtaking, his reflex drills were sharp and impressive, and his footwork drew instant comparisons to Terence Crawford during his prime years. The footage spread like wildfire across social media platforms including X, YouTube, and Instagram, with fans flooding the comments saying the next Bud has finally arrived and that Crawford 2.0 is here. Promoter Eddie Hearn joined the conversation and amplified it further by publicly calling Ennis the new Crawford and declaring that a fight between the two would be the single biggest matchup in American boxing right now.
Can't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
3-time undisputed. Mm-hmm. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or
greatest of all time?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Crawford is typically known for keeping his composure and staying above the noise, but this time he had something he needed to say. During a recent interview following a press conference, a reporter pulled up the Ennis training footage and asked Bud directly for his thoughts on the workout clips, while also bringing up the growing narrative that many people see Boots as the next version of him.
The perfect weight for Boots is 160. I think he can go there now and be in his absolute prime. He'll be tight at 54 tomorrow. People think that when you move up in weight, all of a sudden it's easy. He's massive. He will 100% go to 168 at some point. So right there, you've got a 4-division championship. But I don't want him just to be a 4-division champion. I want him to be undisputed in those, because I think he's the natural progressor to Terence Crawford. I think he's at the same kind of ability as Terence Crawford. And what Crawford's done is amazing because he was undisputed in 3 weight classes.
Yeah, you got to prove it in a ring.
Of course you have. It's not very well me saying it, but you've got to prove it in a ring. But you've also, people know in boxing. So everyone's always known how good Crawford was. But it took him a long time to get the opportunities to prove it. We've got to make sure that we're not 36, 37, 38 when we're getting those opportunities. Because if Boots can get it at 29, 30, he's going to be around 34, 35. He lives a clean life. Do you know what I mean? I think this guy, I truly believe, I think he could be one of the all-time greats.
Then he doubled down, calling Boots the new Crawford.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
That is when Bud delivered another pointed message from Omaha. Greatness cannot be copied. You can spend your whole career trying to catch it, but there is only one Bud Crawford, and he is still out here performing at the absolute highest level the sport has to offer.
Yeah. You know, as much as a lot of people, you know, say we have similarities and, you know, we switch a lot and we fight a lot. He's not me, you know, and I'm not him. So.
Yeah. Tim had said comparison that like he's like a Chrysler 300 and you're like a Bentley.
Yeah, like once again, like he's not me. You know, he's trying to get to where I'm at. You know, he's where he at, I'm where I'm at. You know, he got a long way to go.
Fans erupted across every platform the moment those words circulated. Comment sections and timelines were completely overwhelmed with responses. Some argued passionately that Boots represents the future of boxing, while others held firm that Crawford remains in a completely separate category from everyone else in the sport.
You know, obviously we're here in Philadelphia for Boots Ennis. Eddie, a couple other people, you know, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford. I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done, so nothing to talk about.
But beneath all the noise and debate, one thing has become impossible to ignore. This rivalry may be moving past words very soon.
What does he mean?
He said world-class fighter. I guess he's trying to say if you're a world-class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he wanted to move up in comments to be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So, yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worried about right now. We ain't worried about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now. Then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
Now let us focus specifically on what Boots has built. His record tells its own story without needing any embellishment. 34 victories, with 30 coming by way of stoppage. He is the former unified welterweight champion and now carries the WBA and Ring Magazine titles at 154 pounds after defeating Dante Stanionis earlier this year, all at just 28 years of age. He is doing far more than simply winning fights. He is completely taking them over from the opening bell. His training is deeply structured and disciplined. His movement in the ring is elite. His punching power is exceptional. The combinations land with precision. His defensive instincts are smooth and natural, and his overall boxing intelligence is operating at a level most fighters at his age simply cannot match.
Mike, we just witnessed a construction by Jaron Ennis. What do you think?
That was a great introduction to 154. His power carry, and he did his thing. So, congrats to Boots.
What do you think next for Boots Ennis? I mean, what options are there at 154 in your mind for him?
I want to see him fight either the winner of Virgil and Eric Lubin, or maybe like Fundora or somebody. I'll be a good fight.
And what about for yourself?
I'm back top of next year, defending my world title in a big fight.
Even Canelo Alvarez brought Boots into his training camp as a sparring partner before squaring off with Crawford. But after the fight, Canelo openly admitted that even having a talent like Ennis in camp during preparation still could not fully prepare him for the extraordinary accuracy that Crawford brings on fight night. That admission alone says everything about the tier Crawford currently occupies.
More than one time, yeah, and he helped me really good, and I'm very grateful with him. We have history because 14 years ago, his older brother, Ennis, helped me for when I fought Shane Mosley and Alfonso Gomez. So that's why we have history with the Ennis family, and I'm very grateful with him taking the time and go there and give me some.
Even as Ennis trains alongside the very best talent available, Crawford keeps proving that he is operating at a level that sits higher still.
I think Ennis is the guy to give Crawford like trouble in there if they were ever to fight.
I think that would be a great fight. You know, the young hungry lion versus the legend. That would be a hell of a fight. Maybe 160. If it's a vacant title at 160, I think that they can make that happen for sure. I think it just has to make sense for both parties. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think if there's a vacant belt, Crawford's gonna want to be 6th division champion, and then he'll make Ennis move up to 160. I think they could do it at 160.
After Crawford defeated Canelo, Jaron Ennis himself stepped forward to offer genuine respect. Boots told Ariel Helwani that Crawford had just taken down the face of boxing and had fully earned the right to carry that title. Ennis also acknowledged that he has been following a similar path to Crawford by climbing through weight classes, seeking out bigger opponents, and staying prepared year-round without taking shortcuts. To his credit, Boots has looked genuinely dominant in recent appearances. His debut at 154 pounds against Whindersson Lima was a completely one-sided display that made a very loud statement about his readiness for bigger stages. But Crawford is not moved by flashy footwork or highlight reel moments. As Bud explained, the cameras and the training clips mean nothing. What actually matters is showing up when everything is on the line and proving yourself against the kind of opponents that the world does not believe you can handle. That is when real greatness reveals itself.
You consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight?
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
Crawford currently sits at the very top as the undisputed champion at 168 pounds, and rumors are already building that his next move could be targeting a world title at 160, which would put him on the path to an unprecedented 6th division championship. That would be a historic achievement that nobody in boxing history has reached. But Bud was not done delivering his message. He said that he has already lived the experience of being the young and hungry fighter coming for someone else's throne, and that real greatness is never handed over based on words alone. It is built by defeating opponents that the world said you could not beat. Until Boots crosses that line, Crawford believes he is still chasing. Those words landed with real force because Ennis has not yet faced a genuine superstar opponent at the highest level. Despite Eddie Hearn's continued push for the fight, Bud is not about to surrender his crown at 38 years old. He is sharper than ever with a clearer strategic mind, flawless technical execution, and elite physical ability that defies where he is in his career.
Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying?
You think there's anything left for him, coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight 160.
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. Hey, he looked at excellent.
Is there anybody the most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what
he's talking about. 160, coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Who?
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160. Possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
As one well-respected trainer pointed out, Crawford has arrived at a point in his career where every single fight is built around strategy and precision rather than raw exchanges. Boots may carry incredible speed, but Crawford is always processing the fight several moves ahead of where it currently stands. That is the fundamental reality of where things sit. The boxing experts and analysts studying this debate remain deeply and completely divided. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And do not forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next one.